China is the incredible shrinking country. And if you're like me, for most of my life, China was a growing country, a growing power, growing in terms of population and its economic and military might. But that all might be about to change. Hi, I am Bradley Sherman. I'm an author and a strategist. My first book, The Super Age Decoding Our Demographic Destiny, looks into our future where we're having fewer kids, our populations are aging at a rapid rate, and in some parts of the world, nations are depopulating. And China is on track to depopulate quickly, incredibly quickly, perhaps the fastest in the history of the world, going from about 1.3 billion people today to roughly half that by the end of this century. That will change everything, not only for the nation itself, but also for the world, because China is a massive producer of goods, a massive economic power, and a massive military might. So, what can we expect in the coming years for China, and how does it impact us here in the United States? Well, the first thing is China domestic consumption will likely contract over the coming years. Fewer people to buy. That is a reality. And we're already starting to see that softening of their markets in the property sector, where entire cities sit empty from people. No one has moved there. And this is housing for millions of people. In fact, it is estimated that there are over 65 million vacant properties in China. And to put that into perspective for you, that is the population of France. So if the entire population of France wanted to pick up today and move to China, they could. Wow. So this contraction, this slowing of the national economy, that means that China needs to look for new markets to sell their products and services. This is a big reason behind the push of the Belt and Road Initiative, where China interweaves itself into other national economies across Asia, into Africa, and of course, Latin America, places where they can sell their goods relatively cheap and maintain their economic position on the world stage. Now, will this work forever? The short answer is no. It's a short-term fix. And as we've seen in a place like Japan that's been losing population now for well over a decade, it can only stem the bleeding so much because you need people to purchase, you need people to work. I dive into this on my Substack, so please check it out there at populationnext.com. That's populationnext.com. And if you're interested, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. We're looking to make it grow, and every one of those connections helps that happen.